the hazy fog of historical mythos, there exists a realm where truths twist and fabrications flourish like wildflowers in an untamed garden. In this realm, the iconic figure of Bob Marley looms large, his legacy a tapestry woven with threads of rebellion, rhythm, and revolution. Yet, amid the resounding chords of his music and the fervent chants of his admirers, a shadowy veil shrouds the truth, obscuring the essence of the man behind the legend. Prepare to embark on a journey through the labyrinthine corridors of perception as we unravel the enigmatic persona of the reggae maestro. Brace yourself, for the revelations that lie ahead may shake the very foundations of your beliefs, challenging the illusions you've held dear about the man who transcended mere mortal bounds. First, let us confront the specter of misconception, the insidious whispers that have seeped into the collective consciousness like venomous tendrils. Perhaps you've been led to believe that Bob Marley's life was a ceaseless symphony of hedonistic indulgence, a reckless dance through the corridors of excess and debauchery. But dear viewers, the truth is far more nuanced than the lurid tales spun by sensationalist gossip. Then, there are the insidious whispers of betrayal that echo through the annals of time, staining Marley's legacy with accusations of political opportunism and collusion. Yet, as we peel back the layers of propaganda and half-truths, a different narrative emerges, one of unwavering conviction and unyielding defiance in the face of oppression. In this captivating odyssey of revelation and redemption, we shall confront the demons of deceit and dismantle the walls of illusion brick by brick. For in the heart of darkness, amidst the cacophony of falsehoods, there shines a beacon of truth, a truth that transcends the boundaries of time and space, illuminating the path to enlightenment. So, dear seeker of truth, steel yourself for the revelations that lie ahead, for the journey we are about to undertake will challenge not only your perceptions of Bob Marley, but also the very essence of reality itself. Welcome to the unraveling of disturbing lies about Bob Marley. You thought were true. False myth. Bob Marley's name. Change. Bob Marley was indeed born as Nesta Robert Marley on February 6, 1945, in 9 Mile, Jamaica. The name Bob did not emerge as a deliberate attempt to reinvent himself. Rather, it was a childhood nickname given to him by friends and family. As he grew older and embarked on his music career, Marley decided to use Bob as his stage name. This decision was likely influenced by a desire for simplicity and recognition, as Bob Marley is undoubtedly easier to remember and pronounce than Nesta Robert Marley. The use of stage names is not uncommon in the entertainment industry, where artists often adopt pseudonyms or simplified versions of their birth names for various reasons, such as branding and marketability. In Bob Marley's case, adopting Bob Marley as his stage name helped solidify his identity as a musician and contributed to his rise to global fame. It's important to recognize that Bob Marley's choice of stage name was not an attempt to erase his past or conceal his true identity. Throughout his life, Marley remained deeply connected to his Jamaican roots and proud of his heritage. His music often reflected his cultural upbringing and his commitment to social justice, with themes of love, unity, and resistance against oppression. Furthermore, Bob Marley's legacy extends far beyond his name. He is remembered not only for his groundbreaking music, but also for his role as a symbol of hope and inspiration for people around the world. His messages of peace, equality, and spiritual consciousness continue to resonate with audiences of all ages and backgrounds. The myth that Bob Marley changed his name to distance himself from his past is just that, a myth. Bob was simply a childhood nickname that he adopted as his stage name for practical reasons. The true essence of Bob Marley lies not in his name, but in his timeless music and enduring legacy as a cultural icon and false myth. Bob Marley was a Rastafarian from birth. Bob Marley's association with Rastafarianism is deeply ingrained in his identity and musical legacy. While it's commonly believed that he was a Rastafarian from birth, the reality is more nuanced. Marley was actually raised in a Catholic household and didn't fully embrace Rastafarianism until later in his life. However, once he did, it became a central aspect of his personal beliefs and artistic expression. Rastafarianism emerged in Jamaica in the early 20th century, influenced by various social, political, and religious factors. It is characterized by a reverence for Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie I, whom Rastafarians believe to be the Messiah and the embodiment of God on earth. The movement also emphasizes African identity, liberation from oppression, and the spiritual use of marijuana, which Rastafarians refer to as ganja. Marley's introduction to Rastafarianism came through his friendship with musicians like Bunny Wailer and Peter Tosh, who were already deeply involved in the movement. As Marley became more immersed in Rastafarian culture, its principles began to resonate with him on a profound level. The themes of social justice, spiritual liberation, and African pride echoed in his music, shaping his lyrics and worldview. Throughout his career, Marley's music became a vehicle for spreading Rastafarian ideals to a global audience. His songs often contained references to Rastafarian beliefs, including the divinity of Haile Selassie, the importance of unity among people of African descent, and the spiritual significance of marijuana. Tracks like Rastaman Vibration, Exodus, and Redemption Song are emblematic of Marley's fusion of reggae rhythms with Rastafarian philosophy. Marley's conversion to Rastafarianism wasn't merely a superficial change. It represented a profound spiritual awakening. He embraced the Rastafarian lifestyle, which included adhering to dietary laws, wearing his hair in dreadlocks as a symbol of his faith, and advocating for social justice causes championed by the movement. Marley's commitment to Rastafarian principles extended beyond his music and into his everyday life, shaping his interactions with others and his approach to activism. Despite his Catholic upbringing, Marley's conversion to Rastafarianism was a natural progression that aligned with his evolving understanding of spirituality and social consciousness. While he may not have been born into the faith, his contributions to the Rastafarian movement are immeasurable, solidifying his status as not only a musical icon, but also a cultural and spiritual symbol for generations of Rastafarians and admirers worldwide. False myth: Bob Marley was 100% Jamaican. Bob Marley, the iconic figure of reggae music, epitomizes Jamaica in the global consciousness. Born on February 6, 1945, in 9 Mile, Jamaica, Marley's roots run deep in the rich soil of the island nation. His upbringing in the rural countryside of Jamaica profoundly influenced his music, shaping the messages of love, unity, and social justice that would define his legacy. Jamaica, a small Caribbean island with a vibrant culture and a tumultuous history, provided the backdrop for Marley's formative years. Growing up in a society marked by colonialism, poverty, and racial inequality, Marley experienced firsthand the struggles and aspirations of his people. These experiences fueled his music, which served as a powerful voice for the marginalized and oppressed. Marley's Jamaican heritage is evident not only in the rhythms and melodies of his music, but also in the lyrical content that reflects the realities of life on the island. From songs celebrating the beauty of Jamaica's landscapes to anthems decrying social injustice, Marley's music is imbued with the spirit of his homeland. One of the most distinctive aspects of Marley's Jamaican identity is his use of the Jamaican patois, a Creole language that blends English with African and West Indian influences. This linguistic fusion adds authenticity and depth to Marley's lyrics, connecting him to his roots and resonating with audiences around the world. Beyond his music, Marley's personal life and cultural influences reflect his deep connection to Jamaica. From his love of Jamaican cuisine, such as ackee and saltfish, to his devotion to Rastafarianism, a religion with roots in Jamaica that emphasizes unity, equality, and the importance of the natural world, Marley embodied the spirit of his homeland in every aspect of his being. Marley's impact on Jamaica extends far beyond the realm of music. He is revered as a national hero and cultural icon, his image adorning murals, monuments, and memorials across the island. His legacy continues to inspire generations of Jamaicans who see in Marley a symbol of pride, resilience, and hope for a better future. Bob Marley's Jamaican heritage is not just a biographical detail, but an essential part of his identity as an artist and a human being. His music, his message, and his spirit are inseparable from the land of his birth, reflecting the struggles, aspirations, and triumphs of the Jamaican people. False myth. Dreadlocks and religion. A symbol of his Rastafarian faith. Bob Marley's iconic dreadlocks are often linked to his adherence to Rastafarianism, a religious and cultural movement that originated in Jamaica in the 1930s. Rastafarians believe in the divinity of Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie I, whom they regard as the Messiah, and follow principles such as the rejection of Babylon, representing oppressive systems, and the promotion of righteousness, equality, and natural living. Many believe that Marley's decision to grow and maintain his dreadlocks was influenced by his Rastafarian faith. Indeed, within the Rastafarian tradition, dreadlocks are seen as a manifestation of the Nazirite vow mentioned in the Bible, particularly in the Book of Numbers, where the vow includes abstaining from cutting one's hair as a symbol of dedication to God. However, it's important to recognize that Marley's choice to wear dreadlocks wasn't solely rooted in religious beliefs. While he was deeply committed to Rastafarianism and its principles, practical considerations also played a significant role in his hairstyle decision. As a globally renowned musician constantly touring and performing, Marley found dreadlocks to be a low-maintenance hairstyle that suited his lifestyle. Dreadlocks require minimal upkeep compared to other hairstyles, making them convenient for individuals with busy schedules or those who spend extended periods on the road. Marley's preference for dreadlocks aligns with this practical aspect, allowing him to focus more on his music and activism without being burdened by frequent G rituals. Furthermore, Marley's embrace of dreadlocks resonated with the countercultural movements of the 1960s and 1970s, which celebrated natural beauty, individuality, and resistance to societal norms. In this context, his dreadlocks became a symbol of rebellion against mainstream standards of appearance and a statement of cultural pride. False myth. Bob Marley's song, "No Woman, No Cry." "No Woman, No Cry" is one of Bob Marley's most iconic songs, often misunderstood due to its title. Released in 1974 on the album Natty Dread, the song became a timeless anthem of hope and resilience. Contrary to popular misconception, the lyrics don't convey a refusal to comply with women's demands. Instead, they offer a comforting message to a woman, reassuring her that everything will be all right, and encouraging her not to cry. The song is believed to have been inspired by Marley's experiences growing up in Trenchtown, a poverty-stricken neighborhood in Kingston, Jamaica. It reflects the struggles and hardships faced by the residents of the area, yet it carries a sense of optimism and solidarity. The line, "No woman, no cry," is often interpreted as "No woman, don't cry," with Marley consoling and supporting his partner through tough times. Musically, "No Woman, No Cry" features a laid-back reggae rhythm infused with Marley's soulful vocals and heartfelt lyrics. Its universal appeal lies in its ability to resonate with listeners from all walks of life, transcending cultural and linguistic barriers. False myth. Bob Marley only had one love interest. Despite the widespread belief that Bob Marley had only one love interest, his life tells a different story. Marley's romantic entanglements were diverse and often complex. while his relationship with Rita Marley, whom he married in 1966, was significant and enduring, it wasn't his sole romantic involvement. Throughout his life, Marley engaged in various relationships, resulting in children with several different women. These relationships were a reflection of Marley's personal journey and the complexities of his life as a musician, activist, and cultural icon. Despite the diversity of his romantic connections, Marley's devotion to his music and his message of love, unity, and social justice remained constant. His songs often spoke of love and relationships, reflecting both his personal experiences and his vision for a better world. Marley's legacy extends far beyond his romantic life. His music continues to inspire and resonate with people around the globe, transcending boundaries of nationality, race, and religion. His messages of peace, equality, and spiritual awakening remain as relevant today as they were during his lifetime. While it's essential to acknowledge Marley's complexities as a person, it's equally important to celebrate his artistic genius and the profound impact he had on the world. His music remains a beacon of hope and inspiration for generations to come, reminding us of the power of love, the importance of unity, and the necessity of fighting for justice. False myth. Bob Marley was a wealthy man. Bob Marley undoubtedly amassed considerable wealth during his career. His financial situation was far from stable. Despite selling millions of records worldwide and being one of the best-selling artists of all time, Marley often found himself grappling with financial difficulties, largely due to exploitation by record labels and mismanagement of funds. One of the primary factors contributing to Marley's financial woes was the predatory practices of record labels. Like many artists of his time, Marley signed contracts that heavily favored the record companies, leaving him with only a fraction of the profits generated by his music. Despite his immense popularity and the commercial success of albums like Legend and Exodus, Marley received relatively modest royalty payments, while the bulk of the earnings went to the record labels and other intermediaries. Moreover, Marley's financial situation was exacerbated by his generosity and philanthropic endeavors. Known for his compassion and commitment to social justice, Marley was often willing to support friends, family, and various causes close to his heart, sometimes to the detriment of his own financial well-being. He was known to provide financial assistance to struggling musicians, contribute to charitable organizations, and invest in community development projects in Jamaica and beyond. Additionally, Marley's non-traditional approach to business and finances also played a role in his financial struggles. Despite his immense talent as a musician, Marley had limited formal education and lacked the financial acumen and business savvy to effectively manage his wealth. This, coupled with his trusting nature and reluctance to engage in confrontational dealings, made him vulnerable to exploitation and manipulation by those around him. False myth. Bob Marley's Redemption Song was his last recording. Recorded in 1980, Redemption Song appeared on Marley's final studio album, Uprising. The song is unique in Marley's discography for its simplicity. Featuring just Marley's voice accompanied by acoustic guitar, it showcases his raw talent as a songwriter and performer. The track is deeply personal and introspective, with Marley reflecting on themes of freedom, emancipation, and self-empowerment. The lyrics of Redemption Song are particularly resonant, drawing inspiration from Marcus Garvey's speeches and focusing on the struggles of oppressed people seeking liberation. Marley's emotive delivery adds weight to lines such as, "Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds," which have become iconic in their call for individual and collective empowerment. Despite its somber tone, Redemption Song also carries a message of hope and resilience. Marley's vocals exude a sense of determination and defiance, urging listeners to confront their circumstances with courage and conviction. The song's universal themes have ensured its enduring relevance, transcending cultural and generational boundaries to resonate with audiences around the world. In the context of Marley's life, Redemption Song holds added significance as one of his final artistic statements. By the time of its recording, Marley had been diagnosed with cancer, and he would pass away less than a year later at the age of 36. As such, Redemption Song serves as a poignant reflection on mortality and the legacy one leaves behind. While Redemption Song was not Marley's very last recording, its release marked a fitting conclusion to his storied career. Its stripped-down arrangement and profound lyrics encapsulate the essence of Marley's musical vision, showcasing his ability to inspire and provoke thought through his art. In the decades since its release, Redemption Song has only grown in stature, solidifying its place as one of Bob Marley's most enduring and beloved compositions. Its timeless message of freedom, self-determination, and redemption continues to resonate with listeners, ensuring that Bob Marley's legacy lives on through his music. False myth: Bob Marley was poisoned. Among the many rumors and conspiracy theories that surround his life and death, one of the most persistent is the claim that Bob Marley was poisoned. This theory posits that Marley's death was not a result of natural causes, such as cancer, but rather a deliberate act of malice, possibly motivated by his political activism and influence. The notion that Bob Marley was poisoned gained traction in part due to his involvement in Jamaican politics and his outspoken stance against corruption and oppression. Marley's music often carried messages of social justice, equality, and empowerment, making him a potent symbol for those fighting against injustice. His influence extended beyond the realm of music, and he was seen as a powerful voice for change, particularly in Jamaica, where he was deeply revered. Speculation about Marley's death intensified in the years following his passing on May 11, 1981. At the time of his death, Marley was only 36 years old and had been battling cancer for several years. He had been diagnosed with acral lentiginous melanoma, a type of skin cancer that commonly affects people of African descent. Despite undergoing treatment, the cancer had metastasized, spreading to his brain and other organs. While the official cause of Bob Marley's death was listed as complications from melanoma cancer, conspiracy theories persisted. Some suggested that Marley's political affiliations and efforts to promote social change made him a target for those opposed to his message. It was theorized that individuals with vested interests in maintaining the status quo may have sought to silence him through nefarious means, including poisoning. However, most evidence and medical experts have pointed to the progression of Marley's cancer as the primary cause of his death. The idea of foul play remains largely speculative, lacking concrete evidence to substantiate it. Furthermore, those closest to Marley, including his family and friends, have consistently dismissed claims of foul play and maintained that his death was a result of natural causes. While rumors persist that Bob Marley was poisoned, the available evidence overwhelmingly supports the conclusion that he died from complications related to melanoma cancer. Marley's legacy as a musical pioneer, cultural icon, and advocate for social change continues to inspire generations around the world, regardless of the circumstances surrounding his untimely passing. False myth: Bob Marley was a heavy drug user. It is undeniable that Bob Marley openly discussed and advocated for the use of marijuana, often referring to it as a sacred herb and using it as part of his spiritual and creative processes. In Rastafarian culture, the sacramental use of marijuana, referred to as ganja, is considered a sacrament, believed to bring individuals closer to the Most High, Jah, and is deeply ingrained in their religious rituals and beliefs. Marley's embrace of Rastafarianism undoubtedly influenced his relationship with marijuana, and he spoke openly about its benefits, both spiritually and creatively. While Marley's marijuana use is well documented and widely acknowledged, The assertion that he was a heavy drug user requires more scrutiny. Beyond marijuana, there have been claims and rumors suggesting that Marley used other substances, such as cocaine and LSD. However, concrete evidence supporting these claims is scarce, and many of these assertions remain anecdotal or speculative. It's important to recognize that during Marley's lifetime, the use of marijuana was largely perceived differently than harder drugs, such as cocaine or heroin. Marley's advocacy for marijuana was rooted in its cultural and spiritual significance within Rastafarianism, rather than in the pursuit of recreational or addictive purposes. Furthermore, Marley's commitment to his music, activism, and family suggests a level of discipline and focus that is not typically associated with heavy drug use. Marley was deeply passionate about his craft and his message of peace, love, and unity, and his life's work reflects a dedication to these principles. While it's possible that Marley experimented with other substances, there is no concrete evidence to suggest that he was a heavy drug user in the conventional sense. Instead, his relationship with marijuana was deeply intertwined with his religious beliefs and cultural identity. False myth. Bob Marley died from lung cancer caused by smoking marijuana. It is true that Bob Marley was a habitual user of marijuana, and it played a significant role in his lifestyle. However, attributing his death to lung cancer caused by smoking marijuana oversimplifies the complex factors involved in his health and well-being. In 1977, Marley was diagnosed with malignant melanoma, a type of skin cancer, on his toe. This diagnosis came after he injured his foot during a soccer game. Despite his initial reluctance to seek medical treatment due to his Rastafarian beliefs, he eventually underwent surgery to remove the cancerous tissue. Unfortunately, the melanoma spread to other parts of his body, including his brain and lungs, leading to his deteriorating health. In May 1981, while he was in exile in Miami, Florida, seeking treatment for his condition, Bob Marley succumbed to complications from the cancer at the age of 36. While it is well documented that Bob Marley smoked marijuana regularly, there is no conclusive evidence to suggest that it directly caused his cancer. The development of melanoma and its spread throughout his body were the primary factors contributing to his untimely death. It's crucial to recognize that while marijuana use may have potential health implications, including respiratory issues associated with smoking, it is not accurate to attribute Bob Marley's death to lung cancer caused by marijuana. Instead, his passing serves as a reminder of the fact that Bob Marley was a habitual user of marijuana, and it played a significant role in his lifestyle. However, attributing his death to lung cancer caused by smoking marijuana oversimplifies the complex factors involved in his health and well-being. In 1977, Marley was diagnosed with malignant melanoma, a type of skin cancer, on his toe. This diagnosis came after he injured his foot during a soccer game. Despite his initial reluctance to seek medical treatment due to his Rastafarian beliefs, he eventually underwent surgery to remove the cancerous tissue. Unfortunately, the melanoma spread to other parts of his body, including his brain and lungs, leading to his deteriorating health. In May 1981, while he was in exile in Miami, Florida, seeking treatment for his condition, Bob Marley succumbed to complications from cancer at the age of 36. While it is well documented that Bob Marley smoked marijuana regularly, there is no conclusive evidence to suggest that it directly caused his cancer. The development of melanoma and its spread throughout his body were the primary factors contributing to his untimely death. It's crucial to recognize that while marijuana use may have potential health implications, including respiratory issues associated with smoking, it is not accurate to attribute Bob Marley's death to lung cancer caused by marijuana. Instead, his passing serves as a reminder of the importance of early detection and treatment of cancer, regardless of one's lifestyle choices. Bob Marley's death was not caused by lung cancer resulting from smoking marijuana. Rather, it was due to complications from melanoma that originated on his toe and metastasized throughout his body. His legacy as a musical visionary and cultural icon continues to inspire millions around the world, while his life and death underscore the importance of understanding the complexities of health and wellness. Bob Marley's death was not caused by lung cancer resulting from smoking marijuana. Rather, it was due to complications from melanoma that originated on his toe and metastasized throughout his body. His legacy as a musical visionary and cultural icon continues to inspire millions around the world, while his life and death underscore the importance of understanding the complexities of health and wellness. While Bob Marley's life and legacy continue to inspire and resonate with people worldwide, it's essential to separate fact from fiction. By debunking these common myths, we can gain a deeper understanding and appreciation of the man behind the music.